Boom, monkeys, and we are live. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. We've got a fun stream tonight. We've got a couple of memes. We are going to cover the fragrance of the day, and within this fragrance review I am going to do tonight, I will cover a fragrance I effing hate and a fragrance I freaking love. Of course, some of the coins that I do intend to cover are as stated on the freaking stream, which let me label them out for you. And of course, we got to cover Bitcoin. We're going to cover ETH, a little bit of freaking Pulse Chain. I do want to cover ICOSA. I think that's an important one that we do need to visit, especially the one on the P side. I also want to visit Mintra, also known as Mint. I think that is, what's his name's project? Gerardo's project. And I also want to cover a token I've never covered on any of my streams before, and that is the Chronos token, formerly known as the crypto.com token, because it is at a pretty damn good price. And I think it's pretty important we cats cover that. Let's give a shout out to our first moon ganger in the chat, which is none other than Smooth Brain. Let's freaking go. Frag update too, man. You're going to love what I'm going to cover tonight. And then we got my other homie, freaking Mr. Angry Twinkie. What's going on, Boogie Land? Jack and shit, man. Jack and shit. I think we got a pretty good stream tonight. And let's move on to the memes, monkeys. Let's move on to the memes. I think these are going to be freaking fire. Let me prep them for you, though, as we get ready for this freaking fire-ass stream. Me and Twinkie have been talking a lot about freaking Oath token. It's rather intriguing what's going on over there, if anything. You know what I mean? So I do have a little bit of a Hispanic meme, but don't worry, it's in English. And we also got a gun meme. So let's hit these motherfuckers up. And correct, Smooth Brain, you are first. Booyah. Booyah, son. You know, it's funny, man. It took me, as long as I was in the Moon Gang, bro, it took me, dude, close to about 2 years, bro, to be the first on Charlie's stream, bro. You believe that shit? 2 freaking years, bro. And I've only done it once, being the first on his stream, bro. I guess it's celebrated on his stream more than what it is on DCC's stream. But on DCC's stream, I've been first like 2 or 3 times, give or take. You know what I'm saying, monkeys? So let's go over to the freaking memes, man. Let's go over to the freaking memes. And I want to show you cats the new freaking meme I want to cover. Well, of course, this is not the meme. This is the 2023 Performance Center M&P 9 Spec Series. What's so special about this weapon is that usually these weapons come in with a metal frame, or they come in with a polymer frame, but this sucker is made out of metal, man. And I really love this OD green setup. I do like the two-tone that it's got going. Usually Smith & Wesson never does that. And they've got them elevated sights in case you want to run your freaking in case you want to run a suppressor. But here it comes with a comp, and it comes with a 20-round plus magazine, of course, with 1 flush magazine, and this freaking cool little blade right here. I was rather intrigued by this freaking firearm, believe it or not. I've got plenty of handguns. I don't need it, but I freaking want it. I freaking want it, man. I don't think I own any handguns with a comp, so I was eyeballing this one, and I thought that one was pretty cool. So as I'm posting it up and I'm browsing through Instagram, I see a meme related to it. I guess my phone heard me. You know the way it is with fucking phones nowadays, man. So let's check out that meme, son. Let's see what this meme entails, bro. We've got freaking Britney Spears here talking some shit. When Smith & Wesson fans see the Spec Series, kit comes with a $3 knife and a challenge coin, dude. And this is from gunslaps.com. These cats are always making badass memes related to guns. Let's play this bad boy.
Holy shit, fuck balls. Whoa, girl, fuck. Wow. Oh my god. Holy shit.
I guess you could say, man, poor Britney, man. She's starting to freaking lose it, bro. She is starting to freaking lose it, dude. I remember when she was such a pop and sex icon that everybody freaking looked up to her. Dude, I was in high school, man, when she was fire amongst the ladies. Now, what's the popular one? Taylor Swift? So let's go over to the second meme. And this is having to do a lot with Hispanic culture, man. We've got a lot of freaking tortas in our culture. And forgive me for that. Noveski's going wild. He wants to come inside the house, but that motherfrick's going to have to suck it up. And this is Tortas Explained. Here we go.
This is everything that you need to know about the torta. Tortas do vary in size between XXL and Tortanero, also known as the T1000 pounds. Tortas do maintain their large size with a consistent diet of hot Cheetos and micheladas. The origin of the torta is believed to have spawned from the deep fryer of a Jack-in-the-Box in the southwest region of the United States. Tortas utilize Nissan Altimas to migrate between their employment as dental assistants and visiting their current mating partner in county jail. Tortas will use that partner to impregnate themselves and then give birth to what's known as an Aiden. The torta will then brand itself with the name of the Aiden in the outer regions of its body. The torta will repeatedly claim that it wants no parts of drama in its life, despite all of its actions leading to said drama. Bottom line, not all large Latinas are tortas, but all tortas are large Latinas. This is everything that you
I don't
need
know if
to...
you cats know this, but I think it's rather of an interesting take. it's rather of a friggin' interesting take, man. I think I was doing I was checking out some data one time, man, and it turns out that the fattest city in the United States is is an area where majority of the Hispanics are at, bro. That is the fattest city, bro, and it's one of the cities in Texas, man. I have to look it up, bro. But yeah, man, pound for pound, bro, you cannot beat the tortas, bro. The tortas are hard freaking core, son. So let's go back. Let's go back to the chats. Let's see what the chats entail. We got my homie Brownowski. Let's freaking go. And then it says, we don't get this sweet hardware in Canada. Oh, yeah, that sucks, bro. That sucks, Smooth Brain. That freaking sucks, man. But don't worry, man. So doesn't freaking 99% of the freaking world, homie. It's only really the United States when you got majority of your liberties. I mean, maybe some countries in the Middle East, you get some of your Second Amendment liberties somewhat because nobody can enforce rules there because their police force is small and shitty. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, homie. And then he goes on to say the wall is undefeated. Now, I'm assuming you're not referring to Trump's wall, but you're referring to the wall that females get to after they hit a certain age, bro. They can no longer get in shape and stuff like that, bro. Ay. All right, let's move on to the first freaking coin in the freaking stream tonight, and that is going to be Bitcoin. Do I have Bitcoin up? I absolutely have Bitcoin up. Let me see. Let me prep some BTC for you cats. Here we go. And look at all that fucking those lines and charts and everything else, bro. Current value of Bitcoin is a 42,411. Let me show you also. Let me readjust this for you cats. I got another Bitcoin chart I want to show you cats. So if you'll bear with me, let me go ahead and get this squared away, man. It'll give you a little bit better explanation as to what's coming inbound. And I think it's rather intriguing to the way freaking Bitcoin is moving, if anything. You know what I mean? Is this it? Este no es. Maybe it's this one. Here it is. Let's see this bad boy. Let's put this sucker over here, man. I think this one's good. Let's put the 50 and the 200. And let's go to the weekly, son. And let's go to the freaking weekly, homie. 50 and the 200. Why the fuck can I make this shit pop up? But regardless, it's still showing you cats. So let me show you guys what I mean. And this is what I wanted to show you guys. I can't really get it to on my phone. It's coming out. The deets are a little bit better on my phone, guys. So bear with me on this shit. If you guys can see where we're at, our current value is at about 42,423. Now, this was playing out better on my phone. I don't know why I'm not getting it here. Let me turn on the 100. Okay. Now, one thing, and this is on the weekly, by the way, on Bitcoin. Vamos a ver. Not that one. Andale. That's a little bit better. Here we go. Now we're talking. Son. Now, this is what I wanted to show you cats on the weekly. Current value of Bitcoin, and this is important data. Current value of Bitcoin is 42,429. And I put this sucker on the weekly today. I activated my moving averages, my 50 and my 200. The 50 being this golden one right here, and the 200 being this white one that comes up. Not to be mistaken with the support line I have here at about 28.082. As a matter of fact, let me remove that to remove your confusion. But we just created something called a golden cross on the weekly moving average. Golden crosses are usually lagging indicators. And like as it's called, a lagging indicator. The data is rather kind of late, and you can see that we've pumped up a little bit. But what a lot of people don't know is that when we get a death cross, which is the opposite, and that's when the freaking 200 crosses the 50. In this case, the 50 crossed the 200. We tend to dump into the golden cross before we go into a rally. Historically, that's always happened, or consistently, it's always happened. It's not always 100%. Now, when you get a death cross, it's the opposite. You pump into the death cross, and then you dump. So what I'm expecting is, and mind you, this is not financial advice. I'm expecting that we may come down here to about this $32,000 level or this $33,000 level, at least on a wick, because that's usually what happens. We'll probably dump into this cross, and then we'll start rallying. What's badass about this shit is that as we approach the crypto mindset course, early in the course, I am hoping that we should get another dump inbound, which would be perfect for some buying opportunities. If Bitcoin does come down to the average of about 34 or 32, I am expecting a lot of the altcoins to be hurting, which will give us an opportunity to buy some more of the altcoins. Now, if you guys saw my last stream, the one I did with freaking Twinkie, shout out to Twinkie. Let me show you the other chart, the red list. Back to this convoluted freaking chart. I had stated that this is what I was seeing. And let me go ahead and, no, it's not this one. Go back to the blue one. I apologize. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is. This is the one that I was presenting you cats with Mr. Angry Twinkie. And I had said that we're playing out with a freaking Elliott wave, if anything. And within the Elliott wave, we have this symmetrical triangle. And symmetrical triangles don't really tell you which way you're going to dump to. Descending triangles mean you're going to descend. Ascending triangles means you're going to rally. In this case, we have a symmetrical triangle, which can go either way. But what I did notice is that we are running on that Elliott wave sequence. And this is on the weekly. So putting up this Fibonacci retracement, I know I'm being redundant from my last stream. We are currently, it seems, starting to dump into the fourth portion of the Fibonacci of the Elliott wave into the Fibonacci retracement, possibly here to about 34,000 to about 36,000. I'm hoping that we come revisit here at about 32,000, where we have our 200 moving average, our 50 moving average, at least, give or take. And that moving average, let me go ahead and move this shit so you guys can see that. And you can see that it's coming up this way. So if we grab this freaking drawing tool and we push it this way, it'll be right there, give or take. And I'm hoping that we dump into 34 or 32. And that's why I'm expecting. I'm hoping for a dip so we can get a little bit more freaking crypto, if anything. And that's what I foresee coming with the whole Bitcoin movement as we approach the freaking halvening that's inbound in doggone April. So let me go ahead and remove this. Now, last time I talked to Twinkie, he had cited that Zenith from the DGen Roundtable had mentioned ballpark when we could get our freaking halvening. He put here August. No, would possibly be around the March timeframe, give or take. So this will give us a dip we need before we continue rallying into that freaking into that Bitcoin halving that is inbound. And that covers Bitcoin. Now, we can't just talk about Bitcoin without covering Ethereum, because remember, you guys want to stabilize those bags. You want to eat those vegetables. So let's cover a little bit of ETH. Let's see what ETH is entailing. Now, Ethereum, put the sucker on the daily. Ethereum's current value right now at the time being is at 2280. Great time to DCA, in my opinion, especially if you don't own any fucking ETH. But I do think that Ethereum will likely come back down to this value of about 2142. Not financial advice. And if you don't hold any Ethereum, I wouldn't risk it. I would start DCAing slightly into Ethereum because I would want to freaking top up my bags. Ethereum does seem that it will dump down this way. Currently on the 60-day cycle, we are at about day 32. So we're halfway past the freaking 60-day cycle for Ethereum. And if we push the sucker all the way out to about day 45, that put us around February 18th, all the way to day 60. That would put us somewhere around March the 4th. By that time, I think we should go revisit this area of about 2142 or 2122. Now, if we break below 2122, we do have this descending triangle, which did create this freaking this trend line to the downside, which would act as an area of support. So that could possibly bring us in the area of about 2031. Of course, it would look a little bit of something like this. So if we were to come down, it would come down this way before I think it would continue rallying to the upside. So I am hoping that it does come down here, revisit at 2044, because I definitely love Ethereum under 2,200 bucks. And this is a great buying opportunity, especially for you cats that didn't get any of the Ethereum. Now, will Ethereum come all the way down to 1902? I don't think it will. And why am I citing 1902? Because we do have the support line down here. Now, one of the things that we do have here at the bottom side is the 200-week moving average, or the 200-day moving average. And let me show you cats what I mean. Below that, we're at 1949. If we use the moving average as an area of support, of course, if we activate the EMA ribbon, it is above Ethereum, which is kind of pushing it down. Now, in order for us to dump harder, I think this EMA ribbon, as you guys can see it, the red portion needs to flip over to the top side, and the yellow portion needs to flip to the downside. And then we need this EMA ribbon to start spreading out a little bit more. Again, being redundant, like I've said on a lot of my streams, the more this EMA ribbon spreads out, the more freaking volatile the coin gets. So hopefully the red goes to the top and it starts spreading out a little bit more, so it can possibly push it down here to about 2050 or the 2100 area. I think that would be pretty dope, and I think that would be a great area to get some Ethereum, if anything. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So let's go hit up some Pulse Chain. Let's see what Pulse Chain entails. Let's move on to the fun shit. See what we got on Pulse, homies. Now, Pulse, last time I was on board with Mr. Twinksters, I had drew up this freaking Elliott wave, and it seems like everything is playing out as far as the C wave goes. Current value of about Pulse Chain is 3 zeros and a 1185. Of course, I wish I had my EMA ribbon here, because I'm pretty much limited to what I got here at the time being. I want to see what the EMA ribbon is showing with this. Eventually, they'll probably put this on freaking TradingView, if anything. But I am noticing that the 10 moving average is acting as an area of immediate resistance in order for Pulse Chain to rally to the upside. I think Pulse Chain will probably come down here all the way possibly into that sack rate area again, which will be a value of starting of about 4 zeros and a 9.3 to about 4 zeros and an 8.5. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping it dips. I know a lot of the Hexkins and the Hex community doesn't want it to dip anymore. I am bullish for this dipping because it gives me more opportunities to buy. And especially you cats that didn't get a chance to reach up to 100 million Pulse Chain or 1 billion Pulse Chain, this will be a little bit of an opportunity for you cats to freaking ape in a little bit more. Know what I mean? Now, with that stated, let's go ahead and look at the moving average. Or not at the moving average, but on which day we are. Let me turn these suckers off. Now, the current day that we're on, we're at about day 13, and that is based on the UTC time. And around tomorrow, which is February this would be February the 6th because this is UTC time. February the 6th all the way to about February the 13th, we could see Pulse Chain go ahead and bottom to where it needs to bottom. And I think that would be a great time to buy, if anything. And that's what I'm picking up on that. Let's see how it looks on the Bollinger Bands. As far as the Bollinger Bands, the 20-day moving average is acting also as an area of resistance right above Pulse Chain. So if we turn on the 10 and the 20, dude, and then we have this 3 zeros, 2 zeros, and a 1-2 area as resistance. We got 3 forms of resistance to the upside. So that tells me we're probably going to continue rallying, or not rallying, but continue dumping to the downside, which is awesome, I think. And that's what we got on Mr. Pulse Chain here. Know what I mean? Let's see. Now, let's look at the chat. Let's see what the chat says, man. Give me some dip to buy. Hey, man, there you go, bro. Hopefully that'll be a freaking opportunity for you guys to freaking ape into the market if you guys haven't had a chance to buy a little bit of freaking Pulse Chain and ETH and shit like that. And we got my homie Brown. Hey, what's up, dog? How you doing? My homie Large and in charge. Damn, too much alpha. Hey, man, I do it for you cats. I do it for you cats, man. And then we got my homie Moonpilled. Hey, Boogie was just hanging out with Zenith at the round table. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, bro? Good, man. Say what's up to Zenith for me, bro. And then Large and in charge says, what's up, Boogie? So that's what we're showing there. Now, let's move on to one of the main tokens I want to talk about. And I'll tell you guys a little story about this token. And this is the crypto.com or the Chronos token. Back in, I think it was 2021, man, when I was getting into crypto, I had mentioned this story before. The first token I had ever bought was Shiba Inu, and I tried buying it on OKX. I was at one of my buddy's birthday parties, man, at the beach and stuff like that, bro. And I got this dope ass freaking room. So one of the things I like to do, I like to read books, man. Believe it or not, yeah, Boogie likes to read books, and I was reading a book. I think it was the 48 Laws of Power. I think that's when I was reading that book. And I took a little bit break from the book, so I started browsing on Facebook, and there was an article posted on Facebook about the Doge killer, and that was Shiba Inu. So when I read about that article, I quickly went downstairs because the Wi-Fi was a little bit better, and I downloaded the OKX app. But unfortunately, I couldn't buy SHIB on OKX because it's not permitted in Texas. I don't know if it's permitted across the other places in the United States. I don't know if it was around 2021 for UCATs and other states. But I do know that it was not permitted here in Texas. So I couldn't buy SHIB. And then like about a week later, my father came down and he told me about getting SHIB on crypto.com. And my father's a boomer, bro. Believe that. A boomer teaching a Generation Xer, bro. Late Generation Xer. About where to get freaking crypto. So I bought my first SHIB there. And after I bought SHIB, I was thinking, well, where else can I go buy tokens, bro? I mean, I had just gone through the whole Dave Ramsey course and stuff like that. And Dave Ramsey's very against freaking crypto. And I was like, dude, I want to get more into crypto. I wonder if there's any financial advisors, kind of like how freaking Dave Ramsey has his smart vestors. And I was looking around, I couldn't find shit. So I joined a Facebook group on CRO, on the CRO token. And my homie Jared, that's where I met him. And he told me a lot about the crypto.com token. So I bought up a good amount of crypto.com token because I bought their, I think it was their Indigo card. It's like a purple metal card, bro. It's a really cool looking card. And I think I had to pay $4,000, bro, to get that card. And that card came with $4,000 worth of CRO token at the time, or crypto.com token. And crypto.com was at about 16 cents. And I remember that I had to stake out for so many days. I don't remember how long it was. But I remember those $4,000 went all the way up to about 27,000 bucks, dude. And I noticed that crypto.com, dude, they were leading the way as far as marketing goes for exchanges. And I remember they bought up, I think it was a Staples Center. Is it the Staples Center in California? They bought up the Staples Center and they named it the crypto.com Center. And dude, they were freaking bullish. And they made it through the bear run as well. So I was like looking at all the coins. They're at a great value, and I bumped into CRO again, and I was like, dude, I have to talk about this token again, bro, because it did so well last cycle. And I'm only assuming it's going to do well again for the reason being that in the West, as far as the Western world, like the United States and Canada, crypto.com is available, and they carry the most tokens in any other exchange. Of course, the gas fees or the fees to get off that freaking exchange are so freaking expensive. Now, I'd rather use DeFi now that I'm a little bit more educated as far as crypto goes. But I remember the value that the CRO token brought, and I think it'll probably do that again. So that's why I went ahead and I ran some TA on CRO. For you guys that don't know about it, I think it's a pretty damn good token, and I think it's going to do well. As a matter of fact, I think about a month ago, the PCRO token or the copy on Pulse Chain, dude, it was rallying at about 70%, give or take. So this is the data I do have on CRO. Its current value is at about 8 cents. It's at 79% of a penny, or about 7 pennies and 97% of a penny. And I drew up this Fibonacci retracement for you cats. And the next area that we may end up coming down to will likely be here at 7 cents. So right now would not be a bad time to DCA. Of course, I took this measurement tool, and I think we'll hit the bottom around February 6th to about February 13th. But what have I always said? One of the things I always like a token to do is to scaffold its way up. So, in other words, not this. You see this shit that it did? It just did this Giga Chat pump to the upside, and then it just started freaking trending sideways. I try not to freaking, I don't get too excited about that. Of course, that's great for freaking, for pumpamentals and stuff like that, but I prefer it to do a little bit of that because that creates support resistance. Now, the next area of support we do have, as mentioned, is this lower portion of the Fibonacci, which is here at about, again, 7 cents and about 71% of a penny. Can we go lower than that? Well, we have to look at the history. Let's look at the history of CRO. What areas do we have as support, man? We've got this area here, which is also at 7 cents. So we want to go a little bit lower, man. I would say about here, 7 cents and 3% of a penny. And if we go lower, this box right here, or this conglomerate of candles, is what would protect the price, especially these four right here. And that value would be also at 72% of a penny. So we want to grab this box here, draw this up, and pull it this way, if anything. Because this seems like it's a massive area of support. So hopefully it breaks down past below this area in this Fibonacci retracement, and he revisits this area of about 7 cents and 20% of a penny. That'll be a massive area of support for freaking crypto.com or the CRO token. And I think it'll be rather difficult to break below that. And if we do, badass, man, it's a great opportunity for you cats to get a little bit more freaking crypto. And let me go ahead and draw up this square over here as well. And that would be at about 6 pennies, give or take. Now, if we activate our EMA ribbon on the daily, the badass thing about this, and of course I'm a bear right now, is that the EMA ribbon has flipped red, and the yellow portion is the bottom side. And you can see that the EMA ribbon's opening up, so you're starting to see volatility on the freaking on the Kronos token. But we do have this 200 EMA as an area of support. So if it comes down with enough momentum, we could break that and come all the way down here to about 7 cents. Now, I am seeing at least 2 areas of support to the downside. So, not financial advice, but if you want to get in on this token, right now would be a good time to DCA because we are approaching those areas of support. I would probably DCA a little bit more here at about 7 cents and 70% of a penny. And I would throw more cash at it if we break below that and start approaching this area of about 7 cents and 27% of a penny, give or take, for you cats that don't know. I don't think Miguel's a big fan of the crypto.com token. I've heard Charlie talk about it a little bit, but it's not one of the main tokens they talk a lot about in the Moon Gang. But we can make money off other tokens, and this token has proven itself. For you cats that don't know the history on crypto.com, let me show you how high it got. Now, I'm hoping this chart entails all. it went up to about 96 cents last bull run. And the last time I bought at this area right here at about 16 cents. And that was around September of 21. September 27th of 21. That's the general area of when I bought. And this is the area it went all the way up to 96 cents, man. So, dude, I'm sure this can do it again. I would not buy this token, though, on crypto.com for you cats that are already pretty familiar on DeFi. I think it is available on Coinbase, and I would just get it off the exchange, put it on my wallet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Food for thought. This is a degen play. I have not looked at the charts on this, but maybe the CRO maybe will probably do well as well. Don't hop into it yet. I'm probably going to do a dive on it next freaking show I'm going to do for you cats, because I do think that's one of the tokens, as far as the shit coins go, I think it's going to do well. You know what I mean? And let's see what the chat is saying. Crypto exchange, buy BSC and use the network to pulse chain, less than $1 in fees. Binance Smart Chain, I mean, you know, right? Cool, man. I wish the Binance Smart Chain freaking exchange was here, bro. Unfortunately, it's not, man. It's not here in Texas. I think people in Texas and California can't use it. Texas and New York, I'm sorry. And then we got Moonpill Rational Optics. Nice Cobra Kai shirt. Hey, no problem, homie. No problem, dude. I'm a big fan of freaking Johnny Lawrence, bro. I think he's way cooler than freaking LaRusso. He's not as corny as that cat. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's cover the fragrance of the day. Now, first, I'm going to show you a fragrance I freaking hate and I despise. And I blind bought it because everybody and their mother was talking about how great it was. But then, for you cats that watch Fresh and Fit, they had asked the ladies, which freaking fragrance do you recognize the most amongst men? And they mentioned this fragrance. Now, I don't really like it. A lot of people do, and it is an eau de toilette, and that's Dior Sauvage. Is this fragrance going to give you some compliments? Absolutely, man. But you'll smell like everybody else, and I freaking hate it. Why did I buy it then? Because it was a blind buy. I ordered it online. And as you could tell, the bottle's freaking full because I'm not a fan of this freaking fragrance. There's also the EDP version, which is the Eau de Parfum. It smells the damn same, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I never really bought that one because there's not much difference between this one and that one. So then they released another Dior Sauvage, and this one I actually liked. And that is, let me show you cats. And that is the Dior Sauvage Elixir one, and it looks like this. It is a smaller bottle. Let me see if I could. There you go. And this one is fucking fire, bro. From all the other Dior Sauvages, this one is freaking fire. And a lot like Mega Mare, this motherfucker is a beast mode fragrance, bro. When I bought this sucker, I bought it at Macy's, or was it Dillard's? I bought this sucker at Dillard's, man. And the lady there, she was from Monterrey, Mexico, and she told me, lo más échate dos, y es todo. Con dos tienes. In other words, she told me 2 sprays and you're done. And I was like, dude, I like to overspray. So I did 3 sprays. And I went to work the next day, and my homie's like, damn, bro, dude, that shit is fucking strong. What are you wearing? And the lady was right, man. I should have done 1 or 2 sprays. This shit is fucking powerful, man. And if you put this on your clothes, it'll last on your clothes for at least 2 days, bro. Now, what vibes do I get off this? This can be a daytime fragrance or it can be an evening fragrance, but not if the day's too hot. I wouldn't really rock that. I get a lot of it smells like woods a lot, man. A lot like cedar and stuff like that. It smells really nice, but it's also kind of spicy, cats. And I get like a fucking cinnamon vibe off of it with a little bit of powder. Now, the only setback about this sucker is that it runs $180 on their website, bro. But you really won't use much of it because with 1 or 2 sprays, you're done with this sucker. And this sucker is fire. And that's because I don't like Dior Sauvage. I freaking hate Dior Sauvage. Now, the Elixir one, that's a different story, my friend. Elixir is fucking good, bro. This shit is good, dude, and this shit is fire. So you cats can see it a little bit better. Let me turn on these lights. That's it right there. Dior Sauvage Elixir. The bottle is smaller. I think this is a 50 ml. And then the EDT is like 100 ml. They do smell significantly different, though, by the way. This one smells better. And one spray and you're done, bro. 1 or 2 sprays and you're good to go. Maybe 3, bro, if you're going to be outside in the evening. You know what I'm saying? Not so much if you're going to be in an office setting. Office setting, only do 1 spray on this bad boy because this sucker is powerful, man. And it is one of those beast mode fragrances. Usually designer brands like Dior and shit, they never really make anything that's freaking too damn strong. So if you cats haven't gotten this one before they formulate it, go ahead and get this one if you can afford it. Of course, I'd rather have you guys freaking save those $180 up and put it into the crypto space, buy a little bit of CRO, and thank Boogie later. You know what I'm saying? By the way, go ahead and like the video, cats. Share the video. Tell your homies about it. And share me on Twitter as well. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram as well, cats. Let me share you guys my freaking link tree because I do want to grow my freaking crowd here within the crypto space. And the more I grow my freaking channel, the more I want to do freaking technical analysis vids. Here you go. I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and it is an uphill battle. For you guys that don't know, my last channel got freaking nuked for talking shit because I love talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And here is my link tree. Boom. So give me a follow, cats. Give me a follow, homies. All right, let's move on to another token that's very important today, and that's going to be Mintra. Let's hit up a little bit of Mintra action. And I'm also going to cover a very special token for you cats, a token that everybody's talking about, and that is Icosa, homies. I know you guys want to talk about that shit. And then we'll finish it off with a little bit of Phantom. And this is the Mintra token. Now, Mintra, believe it or not, is at a pretty good value. It is at about, what's that, 30% of a penny. The highest point Mintra got to on its initial launch was, well, the same thing, about 3 pennies. The lowest point that it got to was over here at about 3 zeros and 7% of a penny. So let's grab a Fibonacci tool. Let's grab this Fibonacci tool, and let's see how high we can take it. Now, Mintra can possibly dip a little bit more, and I'm hoping that we get a little bit of a dip for it. I think we will because of Hart's Law. I think we can come revisit this area right over here. And I'm talking about a candle body, not just the wick. As you guys can see, the wick touched the bottom portion of that freaking doggone Fibonacci retracement. And it's getting its support from these conglomerate of candles over here. So if I grab this sucker, put that right there, that pretty much aligns. And that's where it's getting it from. If we break below that, the next area of support would possibly be down here at about 1% of a penny. Keep your fingers crossed, and I'm hoping it dips that freaking low. And these are the 2 areas where we can expect to buy more. Know what I mean? I don't know if Mintra is listed on CoinMarketCap or on Dex Screener, but if it is, you do want to put a notification for this bad boy. Know what I mean? Let's put up these bad boys. Now, next areas of resistance and support we do have on Mintra is over here at the 100 moving average, which would be about 2 zeros and 23% of a penny. That's the next area of resistance we do have. And then the final area, of course, would be at freaking 2 zeros and 1% of a penny. And that would be down here. Not other than that. Let's see what we have as far as our moving average goes. Or as far as our 20-day cycle goes. Now, it does seem that we are starting a new 20-day cycle. Because if this is day 1, today was day 15. Now, if this continues dumping lower, then we can extend the cycle all the way to about day 20 or day 21. But I think it'll probably continue coming to the downside. But then again, let's see where tomorrow's candle takes us to see where Mintra could possibly go to. For you cats that don't know, if you do have Mintra tokens, you can go on to, let me check you can go to their Mintra website. I don't have it here. You can go to the Mintra website and you can stake your Pulse chain. So, but verify that it's a correct website. I don't want you cats depositing any tokens and then you're getting freaking wrecked and say Boogie told you to go there, man. And I think they're rewarding you like 3% or 4% for Pulse chain and stuff like that if you go stake your Mintra token. So food for thought, monkeys. It is on the Pulse chain side. It would be dope if they give us an ETH drop. But last time I heard Gerardo talk about this token, he didn't seem super duper excited about launching it. And I'm assuming because everybody and their mother freaking complains a shitload within the Pulse chain community, bro. Especially if you take too long to launch a token, bro. People whine and cry. And that just demotivates the developers to go ahead and keep creating tokens for you cats. I'm even surprised, monkeys. I'm even surprised that with all the complaining that everybody freaking did with the launch of Pulse Chain, bro, that Richard even still wants to launch freaking the MetaMask wallet token that he wants to go ahead and do. We do need a token for the Hex ecosystem, and I think not a token. We do need a wallet for the RH ecosystem. And if we keep bitching and complaining all the damn time, I don't think Richard's gonna want to freaking launch shit because, dude, the Pulse Chain community. I mean, shout out to you cats, man. You guys are motivated. You guys are freaking a little bit of a cult, and we keep pushing things forward. That's badass. But I do not like the crying and the complaining, bro. Sometimes shit like that, when it needs to launch, bro, dude, they got to work out all the bugs because they don't want to give us a broken product. Because it's either the population cries about a broken product or they cry that you took too long to launch. Which one would you pick if you were the developer? You know what I'm saying? And then we got my homie here, Agent DJ, Agent J. What's up, homie? I haven't talked to you in a while, bro. Shout out ink being used for the wallet sack. Hey, yeah, man, you better believe it, bro. You better believe it. Agent J, dude, you are such a ninja watcher, homie. Like, dude, once in a blue moon, you'll comment on here, bro. But Agent J, we need to do another freaking stream together, bro. I think we had a fucking fire-ass stream last time we did our shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad Incentive Token pumped. I remember I came on to you guys' show and I had mentioned that Incentive Token was going to do pretty damn well. Hopefully, Miguel's theory is right, bro. And they do use Incentive Token for the MetaMask freaking sacrifice, dude. I was on stream with Twinkie. Oh, were you? Cool, man. That's freaking dope, bro. That's freaking dope, bro. Twinkie, dude, that dude's a great, he's really good at fundamental analysis. So shout out to Twinkie, man. And speaking of Twinkie, Boogie, lighting looks good tonight. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. And then we got my homie Brown. I'll just keep farming that ink just in case. Hey, yeah, dude, that may be a freaking good option, bro. Or, I mean, I don't have time to freaking work on the chart tonight, but maybe next stream I'll revisit ink token. Hopefully we'll get another dip on that so you cats can buy a little bit more. What I did with my ink token, I bought it, I don't remember at what value, but it was at the bottom. I bought some ink and then I flipped that shit and I bought me some more oath with that bad boy, bro. So I used that to cultivate some more of my crypto. Food for thought, monkeys. You know what I'm saying? He goes, no, I was in the stream listening to you and Twinkie a few days back. You ninja watcher. Friggin' Agent J, man. Dude, you know what would be dope, Agent J? Me, you, and Twinkie do a stream. Dog. You know what I'm saying? That would be freaking off the chain, bro. That would be off the chain, son. So we'll talk about that, Jay. I'll text you tomorrow about it, man. That would be freaking gangster, bro. I think. Yeah, that would be fire. I concur, bro. That would be freaking fire, man. All right, let's move on to the next two tokens. And that's going to be, let's go over to Phantom. See how Phantom's doing, son. Bet you Phantom's at a badass value. Put this bitch on the daily. Phantom's current value is at about 35 cents flat. It does look a little bit like a hammer that we're starting to print, but we need to let the whole day run to see what ends up coming out of this. Where are we on Phantom, though? We are barely at day 13, and I think we still have room to run before we dip. Phantom has been pretty consistent as far as the 20-day cycles go, with the exception of this cycle right here where it ran for 28 days. But Phantom's been pretty consistent. If we push the sucker all the way out to day 14, it would be February 6th, all the way to day 20, February 12th. That's when we'll see our next dip on Phantom as a possibility. Now, what areas do we have as support for Phantom? I think down here at about 32 cents would be good. So if you guys haven't aped into Phantom right now, would be a good time. But if Bitcoin does come down to that 35, 36 area, we could come revisit here at 28 cents, hopefully. Let's turn on our EMA ribbon on this bad boy. We do have the 200 EMA as an area of support, which would be at about 33 cents. And the badass thing is that the EMA ribbon has turned bearish. Bearish because I want you guys to buy a little bit more Phantom if you haven't freaking topped up your bags. The red portion of the EMA ribbon is at the top side and the yellow portion is at the bottom side. And it is opening up a little bit more. So we should see a little bit more volatility on FTM. Now, let's look at something else, man. Let's look at the VPVR. Now, for you guys that don't understand how this works, the bigger the block size, along with the blue and the yellow, the more support it really has. So what this is telling me is that at this price point, about 32 cents right here, which is where I have this red line at, there's a shitload of freaking liquidity there, and there's a shitload of support. So it would be rather difficult to break that. So if we do come down here to revisit 32 cents, it's very likely that if we break past that, we'll come down to 28 cents. Because if you see, these blocks right here aren't as strong, especially down here at about 28 cents. If we break below 28 cents, dude, shit, what do we have below 28 cents? A little bit more support at 27, but for sure, I think it'll probably stop at 25, give or take, as per what the EMA ribbon is, as per what the VPVR is saying. So let's put this sucker right here at about 25 cents, give or take. That would be, I'm assuming, the lowest area Phantom could go, about 24 cents. Hopefully it comes back down there, man. That would be a great buying opportunity for you cats. Now, me, I'm done buying Phantom, but if it does go revisit 25, 24 cents, I'll probably change my mind and buy a little bit more. So food for thought, cats. Food for freaking thought, son. Food for freaking thought. Let's see. Now, let's move on to the last token. And that'll be Icosa. Sorry, I'm late, hermano. I'll catch the replay. Hey, dude, make sure you catch the replay, bro. I already covered the freaking fragrance, the fragrance I like and the fragrance I hate of the evening. So you can catch me on the flip side, homie. Vamos a ver. The last token for the evening is going to be mother freaking Icosa, son. Icosa's current value is at about 22 cents, and this is P Icosa. Now, Icosa can come revisit down here at this Fibonacci retracement level of about 18 cents. I think it'll probably revisit that. Not much data that we do have on Icosa because this is a copy of the E-Icosa one. And this is the one that I found with the most liquidity as far as freaking, as far as Icosa goes within the Hex ecosystem. Now, I did try and run 20-day cycles on this bad boy. They don't really work out. Icosa is not one of those tokens that really follows 20-day cycles. But if we activate our 50, our 100, and our 200, all the areas of resistance are below this price point of about 15 cents. And it may be that we'll come revisit that area at about 15 cents. And hopefully we come back down here to 12 cents because those are the areas we can come down to. So for you guys taking notes, the next area that we do need to hit would be here about 19 cents. I would start DCAing there, not financial advice. Then we could revisit the area of about 15 cents. And then the final area would be at about 12 cents. Those are the areas we can come revisit, especially if Bitcoin dumps. If Bitcoin dumps and Pulse Chain does the same, expect Icosa to do the exact same thing. Now, the Bollinger Bands, the 20-day moving average within the Bollinger Bands, are acting as an area of resistance for Icosa trying to climb. I think 7 a.m. tomorrow, we'll probably see Icosa continue to dump to the downside. So food for thought, monkeys. This is a token that you guys can ape in a little bit more on the Pulse Chain side. I am bullish on Icosa. I think Icosa is going to do great. Now, what are the lows that we're seeing on the Pulse Chain side for Icosa? What is the lowest point we've ever gotten to? And that was exactly, dude, at one freaking penny, dog. And I remember seeing these price points on Icosa. But, dude, I had no more money. I was out of cash, bro. I was DCA'd out. I had no more money to ape into the market, bro. But, dude, this would have been a great buy, bro. I mean, you can only buy so many things at once. I mean, it is what it is. We've got limited amounts of money, man. So, you know what I'm saying? And then we got my homie Agent J saying, I think 10 cents Icosa fairly good support. Yeah, man, I concur. Along with the 12 cents area. There is a shitload of support down there. Hopefully we go revisit that, Agent J. Question. Who here is going to freaking ape in more to Icosa, man? And Hedron. I do intend to start buying more Hedron, a little bit more Oath. As we approach this dip, I also want to get a little bit more EHEX. I think this is going to be a great buying opportunity for your main foundation coins. And I think EHEX is one of them, along with Ethereum. Of course, Icosa, your Hedron, your Mintras, your doggone Fame, all those other tokens, while they do support the Richard Hart ecosystem, nevertheless, they're not as reliable as the OG Hex and and Ethereum, if anything, because those have been, of course, Bitcoin being stronger than both of those as far as support goes. So that pretty much covers tonight's stream, guys. I hope you guys like the alpha. Like the video, share my video on Twitter, monkeys. Help me get up to freaking 1,000 subscribers. Also, I've got data at the bottom. If you guys want a consultation, I can definitely help you guys out. And I will catch you monkeys on the flip side.